What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Majesti.
And it's your boy Sharif.
We in the building, you know what's up? And we're gonna be looking at another Jubilee video. Should a murderer with mental health issues be executed?
That's a good question.
I mean, what do you think? Or you just want to like go into it and see what the people have to say first, and then
yeah,
because like I don't know. Like even
I don't think they shouldn't. But
you don't wait. What?
I don't think they shouldn't be murdered or executed at all.
You don't think they should be killed?
Nah, not at all. I think like the people that's supposed to be taking care of them should be the one in charge. Like,
but now like let's say somebody like with a mental disability killed your like family member or whatever. Like what would you want? Would you want them to spend the rest of their life like locked away in like an asylum, or would you rather them like just be executed? Like
that's the thing though, because like they're not in their right mind.
I know, but it's like they're a danger.
So, like,
I'm playing devil's advocate. Like so, like they're not in their right mind.
Yeah, so I'm saying like the people that are supposed to be taking care of them, it's their fault.
But
letting them.
But here's the thing. I'm gonna let it play out.
That's just my opinion. Let's see how it is.
Because it's like, yeah, we'll see how it is.
Or with this series. We will see you on the other side. We brought together 12
People get heated on
strangers
the
in
show.
a social experiment. We give them a case that's based on a real trial to see if they will be able to come to the same verdict as the original jury. Death penalty or a life sentence.
Judge
Will they
Majesti
be
in the
able to
building.
decide unanimously on the verdict?
Judge Majesti, I just heard what you said.
Hello, jury.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. I'm Toki, and I will be leading you on this case today. As the jurors, it is your duty to talk amongst yourselves, discuss, deliberate in order to come to a unanimous decision. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Do it. The defendant has been found guilty of a double homicide committed in the parking lot outside his victim's place of work. Victim number 1 was leaving work when the defendant shot him in the back of the head with a .38 caliber pistol, killing him instantly. The defendant then left the scene, only to return soon after to kill victim number 2, who was heard screaming after discovering victim number 1's dead body.
This really happened?
Now, it is your duty to come together, use your moral compass and intellect to come to a unanimous verdict. Death sentence or life sentence? Your time starts now.
As of now, who wants to do life sentence? Raise your hand. With the information given, I feel like life sentence is the best.
I don't know. I feel like I'm cool, whatever.
Punished regardless. Like that's not up for debate. They are gonna get punished.
Yeah.
I would think it should be more life sentence because it sounds like he planned it out. Shoot the first victim in the back. He waited for the second victim, so he should spend his life in prison thinking about what he'd done. Because I feel like death sentence is kind of like the quick escape.
That's the easy
What
way
do you
out.
guys think?
I'm going based off of the information I was given. There was no information like, oh, it was the mom, it was a baby, like it was a brother. Like none of that was ever mentioned. And if it was mentioned, then maybe I'd change my mind.
Whether these two people that he killed like threatened him or like felt like his life was at stake. Like we don't know who these two people were.
I think in the example, it said the second person screamed.
Like he,
You know, like,
he
so
came
they're
back
all, like-
because there was a witness. So he came back to murder his witness.
If he only killed the one person, now would you say life sentence? And just because he killed the second, is it death penalty? Is that what?
Well, now I think that second murder is what really put it at the top. I still want to understand the reasoning why he did this. Because it's for us as society to understand, to know, like, why would you even choose to do this to someone? Like, what if, like, they weren't in the right mental state? What if they were, like, drunk or high? What if they're mentally incapable?
You know, you're bringing mental health into this and being like, okay, maybe he had these issues or that. Pleading insanity wins literally less than 1% of the time. So I don't think it's fair for us to use that as some source of like understanding why he did that. I don't think a mental health, I think it's a contribution, but I don't think it's enough for us to really sway our decision from life to death.
And life sentence, I mean, like, have you guys watched Orange is the New Black? Like, I wouldn't want to be up in there for life, you know what I mean? Like,
It's actually almost, like, more humane to kill the person than it is to have them.
I was really trying to like push for what the most humane option would have been. I would rather die than to live in the conditions that, you know, most prisoners live in.
To, like, take someone's life, that's going to sit on your conscience for the rest of your life.
Again, but that's
But it
very,
should,
that's
if-
like, I think, very
that's the
idealistic
whole
to assume
point
that
of it.
everyone
Yeah.
thinks like that. Because there's also
But
a lot
it's
of
also
executions are easy way
very
out.
cynical to be like, oh well, there's a bunch of people that don't think like that. So
There are
why
a bunch of
don't
people
you-
who
Yeah,
don't
there-
think
that's
like
what
that.
I'm saying.
There's
Exactly.
definitely a bunch of
You're not understanding what I'm
I feel
saying.
like the death penalty is.
Okay. Please pause your deliberations.
He's gonna give us more information.
Please raise your hand if you believe that he should be sentenced to the death sentence.
I think so.
Two of
Oh no, not that.
you. Now, how many hands for the life sentence?
Life sentence, yeah.
I still need more information, but I'm
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah, for
Here comes
now
the
with
plot
what you told
twist.
us, life.
I want the plot
Well,
twist.
guess what I have right here?
Plot twist.
We wanted to see if this new information would change their votes. After his arrest for the two murders, the defendant was analyzed by two psychiatrists. They found him to be suffering from schizophrenia. It was also determined that the defendants had no previous relationship with either of the victims. Please continue.
Like the psychiatric evaluation said that okay, he had schizophrenia and stuff, but they didn't say that he is deemed a threat to society. That's also something they left out, and that's something that's always included. Then we can then better understand like okay, prison could also be something where he could have proper access to care, so he would have a doctor being able to provide him.
I don't think that he would.
I think he's clearly a threat to society. He just
Yeah.
killed two people.
It would be nice to talk to doctors, several doctors, to see if he can be rehabilitated, and if there's no way to stop that train, then I would kill him.
And I want to kind of
How about we take a step back? All right, let's say you're a family member.
No, stop it.
No. Okay, you know what?
I'm just
Here,
saying.
can I share my story? Actually,
Share your story.
so you're talking about a family member, right?
Yes.
When I was young, my mom was murdered in front of me, and the people that did the crime escaped prison, and they were never caught, and they were never tried, and they were never actually able to like pay for their crimes. If you would have asked me a month ago, I would have been like, oh, I want retribution in the form of blood, right? But I don't think that that's necessarily the right thing to do. I'm really confused.
That doesn't
all
help
my
with
life.
closure whatsoever.
It doesn't help with
Yeah.
closure. It doesn't help the victims.
It was really cool that she got vulnerable about her mother.
I had to share that in that moment because it was going down such a like dark and bitter and angry, narrative.
Killing someone who is mentally ill, is that wrong? Cruel or unusual punishment? Is that wrong?
That's what I'm
kill
trying
someone
to figure
that's not
out.
the right mind
That's what I'm
state?
trying to figure out because I don't think this guy would get the care that he needed.
So you're saying that death penalty for him should still be
Yeah, I'm switching to death penalty.
okay.
But like,
If you're
can
killing
can
somebody, I
schizo
think that's like a just.
can schizo be cured? Like, do you know?
I don't think it could be cured.
Because if it can't be cured, and I know this may sound like messed up, but like if you can't fix that and it is a threat to other people,
Mhm.
then it's like, I mean, I don't know.
So you're going with death?
I don't know. Because like I said, regardless, as long as they're punished and that they're not on the streets,
Mhm.
then it's fine. But I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
In itself, there's just varying degrees. So I think like to even get to the point of pulling the trigger is already something's not right. I think anyways. So I think you can't base it off of he was already like we don't know if he was like diagnosed before this or not. So I think he pulled the trigger and it shouldn't matter how degree you were on the scale.
You guys are also realizing you're trying to kill him for something that he cannot control.
Back for the final verdict. Please raise your hand if you think the punishment should be death penalty.
I think so.
Now, how about for the life sentence? I said it had to be unanimous, guys.
I'm sorry, is that what you said?
I'm gonna give you 5 extra minutes.
I think my opinion matters because I switched from death penalty to life sentence. What changed my mind was the fact that he had mental illness. I understand that there's people who are playing the system. He got examined by experts, and I want this person to get the help they need. And yes, I feel extremely sorry for the family that lost their family. That sucks. It's terrible. But I want this person to get the help. Maybe he gets life sentence with parole.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I want to be on the side of empathy because you don't know what this person's going through, and I feel like it's just like to pull the trigger real quick, especially going through something like mental health, doesn't feel right for me. So I'd rather give him the life sentence to me in the hopes that he's able to like go through like rehabilitation.
At the end of the day, there's no way to make this situation right. like the only way to make it right would be to go back in time and prevent it from happening in the first place, which is not possible. So like I think since we're dealing with someone who's schizophrenic and who has a mental illness, I think if there was a shot at them being able to seek treatment and like get the help they need and like snap back and become a regular human, I think we should give them that chance rather than
I think it's giving a chance instead of just wiping it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're talking about giving him a chance. He killed 2 people. I'm not trying to downplay mental illness.
But not under the right mind.
He killed 2 people because of what experts say.
Y'all are still debating.
Well, it's a really hard topic. There's no like, yes or no about this. It's all opinion based.
Yes.
It's not my job. Let's try this one more time, shall we? If you think that the punishment should be the death penalty, please raise your hand. Y'all see this?
Everybody's scared.
Some people just trying to go home,
All right, then life
It's
sentence.
almost lunchtime.
Life sentence, guys.
Life sentence. All right. I see like hesitating. We all agree. No objections.
More or less, to be honest.
He's gonna give us another story.
Yeah.
Can he say?
I mean,
No.
with like an
I
asterisk.
think that was it. The verdict is in.
In the real case in 1993, the jury decided on a verdict: death penalty.
Oh, this is
The
real.
Texas Board of Pardons and Paroles advised that the defendant's sentence be reduced from death to a life sentence on the grounds of mental illness. However, Texas's governor denied the defendant's request for clemency. The defendant was executed in May 2004. This was the final verdict.
I think everybody needs a shot at rehabilitation.
You weren't happy with the final choice that you
No, it wasn't really everyone's voice. We should have had more people on the death penalty side because that's what I wanted to pick, but I saw everyone else persuading me into doing it.
It kind of gives you a glimpse into like how difficult being in a jury is and how like it shouldn't be taken for granted and made lightly of.
Okay, well that's the video. Shoot, I don't know. I'm still like half and half on it. Regardless, they should not be released, like for real. Cause like I don't know. I'm about to Google that. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna Google that right now.
I don't know, man. I think I go for death penalty.
There is no cure for schizophrenia, but the illness could be treated. But to what degree could it be treated? You know what I'm
But
saying?
that's the thing, though. If he spends life in prison, who is he getting better for? He's still in prison. You're not coming out. You're not coming out. So
it doesn't matter. Like I said, as long as they're not on the streets.
I think if you kill someone, it's only right that you gave your life up. I don't mean to sound harsh, but I'm just.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. Like
if you kill someone, bro, you don't
it's
deserve
like,
to.
Yeah.
If you kill someone, you took their life, so your life should be taken as well. That's just how I feel. I'm not evil.
Alright, it's your boy Majesti, and I'm out.